Welcome back, everybody. This Week in America on the Blue Funk Broadcasting Radio Network. Great to have you with us on the program today. Back with us is Tim Levy. We're talking about his new book, Creativity and Innovation, Accessing and Optimizing Your Inner Visionary, Entrepreneur, Artist, and Muse. He was on the program last week. Tim is the creative force behind everything from children's books to nationally broadcast TV shows, from business plans to leading edge online technology. Works with some of the top companies in the country. A best-selling author, and again, the book is Creativity and Innovation, available at timlevy.net. Tim, welcome back to the program. We had so much to talk about last time we did not get to. Wanted to have you back. In fact, he's going to be back a number of times, and we'll talk about his 3 books that he's out there because they're excellent. They're easy to read, and every time I think of Tim, if there's anything that we've learned over the last few programs Tim has been on, clarity is everything. And that is so important. Whatever you're doing, clarity, Tim, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but that's sort of like the key to everything. No matter what we're doing, it's clarity.
I think so. I mean, I think everything for me rests on that principle, because if you aren't clear about something, how can you possibly expect it to show up in your life? And it's funny you talk about that particular clarity thing, because this book is called Creativity and Innovation, and it's about the connection between good energy and your access to your own creativity and innovation, getting into that optimal state. But it turns out that good energy or high energy levels, which means you're happy and relaxed and well-fed and all that kind of good stuff, is connected to clarity as well. Have you noticed when you're depressed or down or bummed out or something terrible's happened, it's like you just lose everything starts going muddy. Why am I here?
Yeah.
What am I doing? Is this going to work? I'm going to get shot down again.
No, you're saying this isn't going to work, is it? I mean, reflecting your negative nature at that time.
Right. So it turns out that when you're low energy, the very first thing you've got to do is say, hey, I'm low energy now. Nothing I'm feeling or seeing right now is particularly real. It's not the best me. So let me take some time to get high energy first. And then I'll come back and look at these things from that high perspective. Because when your energy is good, you're at that place that's almost, I guess from an enlightenment point of view, you call it awake. You know, you're at that place where you have access to your clarity, your creativity, your innovation. And that's why this has all come about, because I work with CEOs and I do these intense days with them where we spend 6-8 hours. First thing I always do is get them into a good state, because it's pointless trying to work with them until they're in that great energy state.
And you take them places. I understand you've actually taken them off location somewhere where they can laugh, enjoy themselves, free their mind, so they are creative.
Yeah, I do. There's 6 or 7 tools. We were talking about them last interview, and I don't want to get sidetracked, but there's 6 or 7 groups of things. One of the more powerful ones is where you are. So, for example, for me, I love a place called the Harbin Hot Springs, which is over in California. And when I'm there, I just feel awesome. I'm about to write another book called The Awakener's Handbook, and I'm going to go to Harbin just to write. So what I do with my clients, though, is I'll say, hey, where's in the world, where is one of your favorite, happiest, high-energy places? And I wind up, one of my clients, Disneyland. One of my clients, the Hershey chocolate factory in Hershey in Philadelphia. One of my clients loves the botanical gardens. So we go to these places so that their energy is awesome before we even begin. And they are in their optimal state to do the work we're doing, which is all the creativity, all the innovation for their life, often their business as well. We are creating that sort of clarity blueprint, if you will, that's going to guide the next 6 and 12 months of their lives.
Tim's book we're talking about is Creativity and Innovation. It's available at timlevy.net, Levy. You can go to our website, thisweekinamerica.us, and link up and get information. What I like about, and I go back to this clarity thing, what I like about Tim and what he's talking about on the program and the books, when he's making his presentations, he takes you by the hand and leads you through this. And he's not leaving you out there alone. Now, he's walking us through the high energy places, the food, all of this, so we're in the optimal mental state. Yet you don't leave us there, because some people get to that state, and yet we're still not very productive. You even take us a step further. What happens if you've done all these other things, and you still have that, you're still hitting that wall?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, what happens if you've got your energy great, you've used your 6 or 7 tools, you're feeling terrific, but it's just not happening for you? Well, back in the day, that's when you got writer's block and you were stuck, and that was it.
Yes, yeah.
But these days, it turns out that there are places you can go that are insanely inexpensive to get the creativity that you're missing outside of your own head. I want to mention 2 or 3 in particular. If you have a project that is visual, artistic. For example, one of my clients was trying to do a coffee ad. In other words, they wanted to do a television ad for coffee, but they were just, man, how many ways can you sell coffee?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They've all been
Yeah.
done. So I sent him to this place, which I recommend for everybody. It's the world's largest community of artists, visual artists. And it's a website called deviantart.com. So DEVIANT art.com. And you go there, and there are, I want to say, 24, 25 million artists from all over the world, and something like 125 million different pieces of artwork that you can just type in your word, and it, boom, brings them up like Google. So we typed in coffee, and all of these crazy lateral creative ideas around coffee showed up. The one we worked with was a font that was made out of the rings that a coffee cup leaves on the table. Now, how could you have ever thought of that? It's so crazy and lateral, but it was there for free through DeviantArt. The second tool I want to talk to you about is called Fiverr, and Fiverr is one of my favorite websites of all time, FIVERR.com. And the story is it's the world's largest database of things people will do for $5, right?
Yep.
And you'd be amazed. But at the very least, you can go there, and there are people who will say, listen, I will be your creative brainstorming partner for an hour for $5. So you suddenly get, like, imagine you say, you know what, I'm going to blow $25. I'm going to get everybody together on video Skype, someone in Prague, someone in Australia, someone in America, so, right? I defy you not to have outrageous creative ideas by just working with some other people and getting that energy flowing. The last one I want to talk about, which is sort of a bigger deal stuff, is a website called Elance, ELANCE.com. This is where most of my team lives. Recently, I needed to do a campaign for one of my clients, and I've got to say it's a sort of fairly boring thing. It's the industry of self-storage, right, where you put your stuff in a
yes.
Right. And we had to come up with a new campaign, and it was amazing. I hired this guy who has 25 years experience being a comedian, right? Stand-up comedy,
yes.
feature films, whatever. And he came up with a fantastic script, which we've now made into a 3-minute ad for this website, where he decided that he was going to do a, what do you call it, overcrowded anonymous, right? Now, so what I'm saying is, if you don't have these creative ideas for yourself, whether it is I want an idea for a business, or I need a new ad campaign, or I want something in my personal life, whatever, you don't have to be stuck inside your own head. Go get some help, whether it's free help on DeviantArt, it's $5 help, which almost everybody can afford through Fiverr, or it's elance.com, which is also really reasonable. You have access to a global team of hundreds of thousands of freelance people who will help you get over that creative hump. Imagine you get to writer's block, you get some help on one of these, boom, you're past it, new ideas.
Tim is going to be back, and we'll talk more creativity and innovation. The one book we're talking about, this guy is the master of putting a team together $5 at a time and getting everything done. I mean, it's just amazing. We worked together on creating a logo, and okay, I have no idea. I'm not very creative, and it gets me onto the website. And literally, okay, I've got about 10 to choose from in about 15 minutes' time. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. The book is Creativity and Innovation. Tim Levy, our guest on the program, Levy. TimLevy.net is the website. More at our website, thisweekinamerica.us. We're going to keep Tim around, do another show, have him back with us. And you're listening to This Week in America on the Blue Funk Broadcasting Radio Network. Welcome.